Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today I'm going to take you back to a project that I actually started in mid-April. But before I do that, I kind of wanted to give you a little bit of a backstory on it. If you remember that video I did last year, Air Ride for your Streetglide, where I put that air ride system on that 2015 Streetglide, well, the guy that owns that is my buddy Corey. We've been friends for many years. Corey got a hold of me over the winter, towards the beginning of the year, and started telling me about some health issues that he was having. We also talked about the possibility of him having his leg amputated. Not to get too deep into his health issues, Corey did go through with the surgery. He did have his leg amputated. We did a bit of research. We figured out a way to keep him on a motorcycle. I mean, since after all, he is an avid motorcyclist who puts an average of 100 miles a day on his bike riding back and forth to work. Giving up his motorcycle just wasn't something he was willing to do. So we did some research and we figured out how to do that. We did that by installing a Pingel electronic shifter, the Southern Oregon Baggers center stand, and he already had the air ride on. So those three things made this video possible. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Now it is gonna jump all over the place because like I said, we've been filming it since the middle of April, and well, quite honestly, it started off as an installation video that just kind of turned into an inspiration video. There it is, guys. We're getting ready to install this Pingel electric shifter on this 2015 Streetglide. Alright guys, we're out in the garage right now, and like I told you earlier in the video, my buddy Corey had his leg removed at the knee. So today, we're going to put this Pingel electronic shifter on his 2015 Streetglide. So we are installing a S.O.B center stand on this bike, Southern Oregon Baggers. But we did run into a little bit of a problem. What I wanted to tell you guys was when you're making your measurement from the bottom of your frame to a flat surface, be very precise in that measurement, okay? Somewhere along the lines, that number was wrote down to someone else, and it was incorrect. I measured it, and I actually put it in the center of the road and measured it. It'll be better just to put it on the table and let all the air out of it, measure the bottom of your frame to a flat surface. At the time I took the measurement, I had a bike up here, so that wasn't an option, but I still got the same measurement. My buddy Corey ordered it, something along the lines, we got the wrong one, it was too long. The guys down at S.O.B, Southern Oregon Baggers, great people to work with. We called them up, we told them what the problem was, took a couple pictures. I even laid the frame out here on the table and measured, took pictures of the tape measure to send down to them, and they're making the right one for us now. So that'll be coming up in a later video. But until then, let's get this install going. Okay guys, so I have to apologize for the noise in the background. I have a couple fans running. Apparently summer has arrived in northern Illinois, and if you're from around here, you know what I'm talking about. It is hot. Maybe not as hot as you guys in Florida, Mexico, or definitely Australia, but damn it's hot up here, man. Okay, so as you can tell, I went ahead and I got the shifter switch put on, and I went ahead and ran the wire through his dash and down the backbone of his bike to right here. Basically what I'm wiring up now is this is the fused 12 volt power, which is going to power the electronic shift control module and the electric kill module. But what you have to do is you gotta run this red wire, this little skinny red wire, not the thick red wire. It came with a thick black wire and a thick red wire for the positive and the negative. And I'm going to tell you right now, guys, take the time to read the instructions as I have. They are very detailed. This is one of those kits where They don't show a lot of pictures, so all you guys, these are words if you don't. No, I'm just kidding, man. Personally, I love builds where they give you a bunch of pictures. You can look and identify where everything goes, but definitely read the instructions because it's going to tell you what you're looking for. So I said all of that to say this little skinny red wire has to get plugged into 12-volt switched power. And that's going to be, on most Harleys, it's a orange and white striped line wire. It's an orange and white striped wire. So as you can tell, I am trying to siphon through all of the damn wires on here to figure out which one that one is. So that's what I'm doing right now. I just wanted you guys to understand that if you see 10 minutes of me just sitting here looking at wires, it's because I'm trying to find the right one. No, seriously though. Let's get back to the video. Good morning and welcome back. Well, a few weeks have passed since I worked on the Incredible Hulk last, but that's only because I had a twin cam job come in for a customer that needed some cam tensioners put on. So I had to put this to the side. But now that that's taken care of, we're going to jump back on it. And this morning, before I head off to work, I'm going to go ahead and figure out exactly how I'm mounting the Pingel air shifter cylinder, which is going to go, it has a bracket that mounts here and then somehow gets integrated into the shift lever. So I'm busting out the trusty instructions. And I'm going to figure that out before I go to work. So when I get home tonight, I can get it drilled, mounted, and start rolling on this thing, man. By the weekend, I want to be riding this. I want to check this thing out. All right, so this is what we're going to get hooked up on the bike. And as you can see, the shift rod connects here. The Pingel system connects up here. But this through hole right here, I believe, has to get drilled into your shifter lever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take it all apart, line it all up, and figure out where that hole needs to be marked. Okay, here we are at another day. Skies don't really look that good right now. Hopefully it doesn't rain. I mean, it's kind of been a crummy week here in Northern Illinois, but let's get back on Corey's bike. Let me show you guys what we've done to this thing. So far, as you guys have seen in previous videos, we got the air ride system on it. We have the Pingel electronic shifter on this bad boy now. And yesterday, with a little help from Corey, we got the S.O.B center stand on right here. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, that was a pain in the ass to do. And there's a reason why. They put way too much powder coating on the bracket that attached it to the frame. But once we got that problem solved, it went on with no problem. Went on with no issue, I should say. And so today we're going to go ahead. I'm going to finish wiring it up so that his switch for the center stand works. Then we're going to move on to putting brake pads front and rear on this bike for him. And then last but not least, at least now, is we're going to go ahead and do the 3-hole fluid change for him. Get this bike back together, get it running. Hopefully going to test ride it today. I want to see how that electronic shifter works. And maybe even get Corey over here to see if he can throw a leg around it. No pun intended. I'm really not trying to make fun of him. Alright, so basically what we did is we put his air ride right here on this switch. Focus. We put his air ride on this switch. We put his center stand on this switch. That's his Pingel shifter. Now let me ask you a question real quick with the AF Custom switches down there. Do you feel like you have more control of the bike, like it's more stable since you don't have to reach so far to the handlebars, or is that really not a factor?
For the air ride and stuff?
Yeah, for being able to, you know, keep the bike stable while you're trying to put the center stand down.
You don't reach as far as like when the airbag was on the firewall.
Yeah.
You had to reach down like this. So it's not, you don't
You're
move
not
over and you're not feeling off balance.
So you don't really feel like the bike is off balance at all. You can hold it there steady, even though you got the you got the prosthetic on there.
To my right a little bit more, just because of if you watch me pick it up or put it down, it is this way. Just because I know I got more strength in my right than my left.
Well, that makes sense. One more question, real quick, that I'm sure people are going to ask me. You still have the heel toe shifter on there. I know the reason why you still have it on there, but would you like to explain why we still got it?
Because eventually, I'll be able to bend my prosthetic enough to actually use it, and if I don't, then I don't. It's there for other riders if they're not used to the switches too.
Now, does it get in your way of resting your foot?
Nope, because my foot 90% of the time sits just like that.
Okay. All right. So there you have it, man. I mean, let's be real about this. Just because you have a leg amputated doesn't mean your life's over. Corey is a living witness to that. There are ways around everything, okay? And I just wanted to say, Corey, thank you for letting me do this for you. Yep. I had no idea how to do this project, and it took a very long time. But I'm going to tell you, if you are interested in it, Pingel electronic shifter, there's a lot of moving parts to this thing. There's a lot of wires, but the directions are so simple and easy to use that even I couldn't mess it up. So on that note, I just want to say, live your best life, man. I know Corey is. I got to ask you one more question before I end this video. One more question. I promised you guys that after I put the air ride system on his bike, and that was my air ride for your Streetglide video. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it up here or somewhere down below. I told you guys that I was going to get back with Corey and we were going to review how well he liked the bike. Or how well he likes the air ride on his bike. So there's no better time than right now. Let's ask him. All right. I promised these guys I would talk to you once again about how the quality of the ride since we put air ride in, and I never have. So tell me the truth. How do you like it versus your stock ride?
Oh, it's 100% better. I have control over it. So I could either adjust it either harder or softer. Depends on where I'm at, what I'm doing. And, the stock shocks were just junk.
If you could change anything about the quality of the ride that you have right now, what would it be and why?
Really, nothing right now. I mean, I'm just happy to be back on the bike.
Yeah, well, you know what? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I could have said it any better myself, man. And there you guys have it. A lot of people have asked me about the quality of the air ride. I just put Legend suspension on my bike. I'm going to bring that video to you guys a little bit later. I'm still testing and tuning it, trying to get it right. But Corey's actually been on this bike for a full season now. And like I said in that first video, he rides roughly 95 miles a week back and forth to work. So he's putting 100 miles a week. Oh, my bad, a day. 100 miles a day riding back and forth to work. And after that much time on this air ride system, well, to be completely honest with you, man, that should say it all right there. He rides 100 miles a day back and forth to work, and he still is very happy with the quality of that ride. So if you're thinking about an air ride system, don't hesitate, pull the trigger. And that's how you end a video. There's nothing like hearing the sound of a really good friend riding away, one-legged, two-legged, it doesn't matter. That effectively ends today's video. Remember, don't let anything in life stop you guys. Like, subscribe. I'll see you guys next video.